How's it going, guys? It's your boy Rainbow Star coming at you with another Dokkan battle video, and it was mined by, I believe it was Team Dokkaner, that Global is going to be getting the Waifu Awakenings in mid to early March, I believe, as well as the Prime Battle Vegeta, which is pretty awesome for Global, especially because I've been waiting for this Bra to awaken, so I guess we'll talk about her first. When she's awakened, she becomes one of the best cards in the game. Let's see. Her normal SSR before she awakens gives 2 ki and 30% to all allies, and then for each Peppy Girl category ally in the team, she gets a chance to dodge by 20% for each, up to a 50%. So if you have her and 2 other Peppy Gals on the team, she has a 50% chance to dodge, and then also gives an attack and ki buff. But then when she awakens, it's crazy. She basically becomes Dokkanfest Turles as just a normal SSR. She gives 3 ki and 40% attack up to all allies, and then for each Peppy Gal category ally, she gets 30% up on a chance to evade, up max of 60, so you only need 2 to get her max 60. So she'll be giving the same attack buff and ki buff as Turles, but instead she'll also have a 30% chance to dodge any attack that she gets in that 3rd slot. Like, my man The Truth was getting so much heat for saying that Bra was one of the best cards in the game, and you can't say that Turles is one of the best cards in the game without saying that she is as well, because they basically do the same thing, and you can arguably say that she does it a little bit better. Like, Turles is on better teams, but she doesn't have that chance to transform that can ruin your rotation sometimes. So yeah, she's probably the best one out of all of them. So we'll go back so we can click on this 18. She also awakens. She goes from nothing really special of attack and defense up 10% per key sphere obtained, and then when she awakens, she goes back, she gets up to 14% per key sphere obtained, and then she also gets an extra 1% attack and defense per Peppy Gal category unit on the team. So if you're running a full Peppy Gal team to try to beat Super Battle Road or something, or just for the memes, she'll have 21% attack per key sphere, which I think is the highest nuking passive in the game. I think. You guys might have to check me on that, but I'm pretty sure she does. She doesn't have any good attack links. All she has is the Innocence, but still, that's pretty impressive for just a normal banner unit. Next, we'll go over, let's say, this Chi-Chi, because I recently pulled her as well, and I was just like, wow, she's actually pretty good too, just normally. So she gives, at the start of turn, she gives herself 80% attack, and then she's also a support unit for Peppy Gals that gives 2 ki and 100% defense. So she makes everybody take so much less damage. That's really crazy. Plus, usually you see support units giving attack and not much defense, and she does the complete opposite. But then when she awakens, she just gets a bit of a buff on top of that. She gets 100% to her own attack, and then all Peppy Gal allies get 3 ki and 120% defense. So that's 2 Peppy Gal support units. One gives a massive attack buff, and the other gives a massive defense buff. So this team is actually gets very versatile once you get these guys awakened. And anybody who hasn't beaten the Peppy Gal Super Battle Road, this is just going to make it 10 times easier, especially because of this Vibrienne getting her awakening as well. She starts off as, she's the Peppy Gal lead right now. There's the her original version before she transforms, it becomes the better version. I think she's 100% to Peppy Gals, but she starts off as 77%, and then she gains 15% attack and defense per Peppy Gal category on the team. And then for every Rainbow Key Sphere she gets, she heals 7,777 HP, which isn't bad. Like, she's still probably one of the better units on the team because she heals, and then she's able to attack pretty well and defend well enough. But then when she awakens, she goes up to 88% in 3 key. So it's a bit of a buff. You'll have more health to deal with Super Battle Road, so it'll make it just that little bit easier. And then instead of 15%, she gets up to 20% for every Peppy Gal category unit. So she's going to have 140% on her own team to attack and defense. And she's a free rainbow, don't forget about that. So she's pretty good for what she is, for everybody hating on Rebrienne. Trust me, I'm the same way, but she's still pretty fire. And then she gets 8,888%, not percent, just 8,888 HP recovery per Rainbow Key Sphere. So then we'll go over to this Videl. I think this was the card that I had a hard time translating before. No, it was a different one. But it was, she starts off, she recovers 20% of damage done, and the attacked enemy loses 20% attack. Not that good. She's just kind of there. She's not really impressive. And then when she awakens, she gets 15% per Peppy Gal category ally in the team. So the same thing as the before awakened Rebrienne. So she actually has an attack buff now, and she's going to heal 20% and lower the enemy's attack by 20% for 2 turns. So she actually gets a lot better because she's able to deal more damage, so that she's going to be able to heal more. So she's definitely a solid unit if you need to fill in any holes on a int team, or if you need some healing. She's definitely not a bad unit at all. And then my boy The Truth has been showing off this pan recently on the on the Goku's Lineage team. This pan and the LR pan are very impressive on this team. This is the card I was having trouble with translating because it says starting from turn 7. So I thought you had to get 7 turns into battle for this passive to activate, but it's actually from the start of the fight for 7 turns, which makes a lot more sense. She gets 50% attack and 80 and 100% defense, which isn't bad. But when she awakens, she gets a lot better. She gets a 15% chance to dodge every turn that she shows up to 60%. So that makes her a pretty viable defensive unit on almost any team. And then for 7 turns, she gets 70% attack and 120% defense. All I'm saying is just imagine how little damage this card will get with her and Chi-Chi on rotation. And one sec. She'll have 100 and 240% defense and chances to dodge. And if you add in more chance for her to dodge if you want to, like, she's not going to be getting touched at all. It's crazy. And then finally, we got this Mai, which I know most of us have probably pulled. We probably pulled all of these cards. She gives AGL Key 3 and Defense 2000, which isn't bad. The key is very helpful, but the 2000 defense really doesn't do much. But when she awakens, she gives 3 key and all allies attack and defense plus 20%, which isn't bad at all. And then Peppy Gals get an extra 10%, so that's pretty good. So she's another really good support unit. We have 3 support units on this team that are pretty good for Peppy Gals. So this team got really solid with this upcoming data download and update in March. So that's them. So we're gonna move over to Vegeta. Vegeta, probably some of the best LR art in the game, not gonna lie. Not just because I'm a Vegeta fanboy, but, you know, that definitely adds into it. But he's a pure Saiyan category lead with 3 ki and 70% to HP attack and defense. I don't think Vegeta has come back yet since his original banner, besides in the, what was it, that step up banner, that LR step up banner. I think that's the only place that he's been back in, and I know a lot of people went off, but we haven't had too many chances to pull him, especially because his original banner really wasn't that good. So this guy might let other players, and especially free to play players, run that team. And it also goes on what I was saying yesterday about how good the free to play Pure Saiyans team is. This is why this guy's the leader. He raises on his super attack. He raises his attack for 1 turn and does colossal damage. And then his 18 ki, he massively raises his attack and does mega colossal damage. So he does really, like, he's a pretty good card. So he gives himself 15,000 attack and then an extra 15,000 attack and 20,000 defense for 4 turns after the first time he's hit. And after he's hit, he'll also launch an additional two attacks. They can't be supers, sadly, but they still add a good amount of damage, especially if he ends up critting, because he is a free rainbow because he's a Prime Battle LR. So he does so that part of his passive is just like Evolution Blue Vegeta, in case any of you are really wondering about that. He has pretty good attack links as well. Well, at least with Super Saiyan, Saiyan Pride. Genius, I don't think you'll be able to really get all that much, but it's good. Sadly, they didn't give him, what is it? Prepared for Battle, but they tend to not give these free LRs good key links, just to kind of like knock them down off their pedestal a little bit. So it sucks that they do that, but it is what it is. So that's the video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to like, subscribe, follow me on Instagram, join the hashtag Rainbow Star Gang, and till next time, deuces.